I wanted to share with everyone something about me that a lot of people don't know about. I think maybe some of my close friends know about this, but majority of people don't know about this. And I wanted to share this on video because I realized that this is something that could change somebody's life or even save somebody's life. I think a lot of people that know me would assume that I was a very healthy person with a very healthy lifestyle and a very healthy mindset. But what I've never talked about publicly is the fact that I actually have a condition. I found out about this condition in 2018 when I had myself tested with life science. On those tests that I did, I found out that I have adrenal fatigue or depleted cortisol levels, meaning my body doesn't produce enough cortisol or produces marginal amounts of cortisol at this point. It's pretty bad, apparently. The symptoms of having low cortisol is depression. You could even be suicidal. You have a hard time getting up in the morning. You have low energy. And it's just basically one of those things that happen when you're stressed or when you're continually stressed. So, for people that have heard of cortisol before, they're probably thinking that, isn't it when you're stressed, your cortisol levels are very high? Yes, that's true. When you experience stressful situations, your cortisol levels actually shoot up very, very high, and that's not good either. What happens is if you're exposed to chronic stress or stress on an everyday basis, the cortisols stop producing and it just gets depleted and you stop producing it. And when the adrenal gland stops producing it, then you have what they call adrenal fatigue. And that's really, really bad. And that is my condition. I have that. On first look, you're probably going to look at me and go, how is that possible that Chris has adrenal fatigue? Even my doctor looked at me and was wondering how I'm able to function with that kind of condition. The truth is, I have no idea how I'm able to function if, based on medical studies, it shows that somebody with adrenal fatigue would be depressed, would be lying in bed all day, and can't even function properly, can't even think, has brain fog, and all of these things. I can't give you a scientific explanation for why I'm still functioning or why I still feel happy. At least I don't think I'm depressed. I read all the symptoms of somebody with adrenal fatigue, and I don't exhibit any of those symptoms at all. So if you ask me on a medical basis or on a scientific basis how I'm able to function, I can't give you an answer. But what I can give you are things that I do on a regular basis. And I hope that these tips I'm going to give on what I do on a regular basis may help you and those people that have adrenal fatigue and people that even have high stress situations and how I keep my sanity and my positive mindset. But before I share with you some of my tips on how I deal with my adrenal fatigue that I didn't even know existed until 2018, I want to share with you another condition I actually have that I wasn't aware of either. On that same test, the doctor also found out that I have depleted serotonin levels. Serotonin, for those that don't know, is one of the four happy hormones, along with endorphins, oxytocin, and dopamine. Those four create the happy hormones, and I was missing one of them. And serotonin is a mood stabilizer, and it helps you deal with your moods and gives you a happy feeling. And I don't have that as well. So the doctor looked at me with absolute bewilderment and was wondering how I'm able to function given that I have a double whammy. I don't have serotonin and I also am adrenally fatigued with no cortisol production. Those two things spells death primarily. It means that this person should be depressed and should not be functioning and should be taking medication ready to balance their mood. What I'm trying to tell you is this. I believe that with the right mindset, the right lifestyle, you don't need medication. Again, I'm not a doctor and I don't want to speak on behalf of the medical field for people that need medication or not, or whether you would need it or not. But I've never felt the need to be taking drugs to enhance your mood. whether it's pharmaceutical drugs or the illegal drugs. I never believe that that is the best way to deal with any problems that you have, because I believe that the mind is powerful. And I think, in a way, I'm living proof of the power of the mind, because before I was labeled with these two double whammies of having adrenal fatigue, low cortisol, and having low serotonin, I just decided that I wasn't going to let any labels affect me and my mindset. And I think that's the biggest problem we have with society and how we think, is that as soon as somebody labels you, you use that as almost an excuse to behave the way you do. Or you use that as a reason to not fight the good fight anymore, because you believe that, I've been labeled this way, so that means therefore I cannot overcome this without medication or without any kind of medical intervention. But I believe you can. And I want to share with you the way I dealt with it. And I think, in a way, I was glad that I did not know I had adrenal fatigue and I did not know I had low serotonin levels, because I didn't know it. I wasn't affected by it, and therefore I was able to fight it. Now, mind you, I actually met two people with the same condition as I had, which is the adrenal fatigue. One of them was suicidal. The other one couldn't function, had brain fog, became an alcoholic. But the good thing was they were both able to overcome their adrenal fatigues through the right diet, the right lifestyle, and changing certain habits. And I think one of them did have help from some medication. So again, I'm not ruling out medication altogether, but I'm just saying that if you can fight this without medication, I think that's the best way to do it. Now, I'm going to share with you my lifestyle and how I'm able to keep a positive mindset. Let's first start with my lifestyle. My lifestyle consists of regular workout and a healthy diet. When I say a healthy diet, I'm going to just classify it that I'm not one of those people that scientifically go through certain diets or plans or count calories or anything like that. I just keep a very commonsensical approach to it. Number one regarding diet is this: just eat everything in moderation. Number one. Number two, drink a lot of water. Number three, take sugar out of your diet. Number four, if you're going to drink alcohol, please minimize it. Or if you can take it out of your lifestyle altogether, take it out. As much as possible, eat only whole foods, meaning whether it's meat, vegetables, or fruits. Don't eat too much processed foods. As a matter of fact, take out processed foods altogether if you can. Because I think that processed foods and sugar is really what's killing us and what's affecting our not just physical health, but our mental health. So if you take all of that out, I think you're going to be fine. Now, I want to talk about my workout regimen. There are people that go to the gym, they push weights and everything, and that's good. And I'm not against that. I think any kind of workout is good. What I'm going to propose is this: when you work out, it's not really about building muscles and looking aesthetically good. It's about getting the heart rate up and getting your lungs working so it starts inhaling oxygen and pumping oxygen to your body through your blood. The heart is the one that pumps the blood throughout your entire body. And as soon as you get that heart strong and pumping blood throughout your body, then your metabolism goes up, your body heals itself because of the oxygen-rich blood, and you start thinking clearer. Nobody ever regrets a workout if you think about it. Every workout you feel good. No matter how bad you feel before the workout, after the workout you feel good. Even if you didn't feel like working out before the workout and you still did the workout afterwards, you never regret that workout. So I strongly suggest for people to work out on a regular basis. And when I say workout, you can work out anywhere. You can do a HIIT workout, meaning you're doing high intensity training, and do that for 9-10 minutes. That's good. If you can go for a jog for 30 minutes, that's good. Go for a bike ride for an hour and a half, that's good. So anything that gets your heart rate up, that's the important thing. Now, if you're working out where your heart rate's not going up, you're not doing enough of a workout. You got to get that heart rate pumping at maybe 50, 60%. Don't go 100% because you'd probably get a heart attack. So also manage yourself there. If you can do that regularly, I promise you that your mood will already be boosted from that workout alone. That's definitely what helped me, is those kinds of workouts. And regularly doing it is good for you. Another thing that I do on a regular basis is I actually get some sunlight. And I don't put sunblock, by the way. I don't put sunblock. I don't put any kind of like sunscreen. I just stay out in the sun for about 15 to 20 minutes a day. And I believe that getting out in the sun helps my mood and my physical health as well. Because the sun gives you vitamin D, natural vitamin D that we all need. And if you put sunblock or sunscreen, that actually stops the UVs from going inside the body to be able to create the vitamin D. That's why I don't wear sunblock or sunscreen. And I don't believe in sunblock or sunscreen because those are chemicals that are putting on your skin, and your skin is very porous. And if you do that every day, there's a higher chance that you're actually absorbing some of the chemicals that you put on your skin. But again, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. I'm not going to try to convince you either way. I'm just telling you what I do. And I don't abuse the sun. I don't stay out and sunbathe for an hour and get really tanned or anything like that. That's not my objective. I just go out for about 15 to 20 minutes a day while I go for my run. I run mostly in the sun, not during nighttime or during early morning when there's no sun. I run during the daytime when there is sun. And I try to get at least 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight a day. Another thing I do, I have a positive mindset. And the positive mindset I have is by reading up on self-help books, reading up on philosophies of life and how people in the past have done it, people that have done it way before me, people that are smarter than me. I try to enrich myself with any kind of ideas and philosophies that can help me with living my life in a positive way. When I talk about living in a positive way, it doesn't mean that I don't have days where I feel down or I feel depressed or I'm sad. It doesn't mean that at all. Believe me, we all have those feelings. The idea is to have all those feelings and accept them, process them, understand them, and allowing yourself to have those feelings. I've had days when I feel really sad and I'll watch a really good sad movie and I'll cry my eyes out. And I'm not embarrassed of it. I allow myself to do it. I've had days when I'm really upset and I'll allow myself to be upset. But the idea is I don't dwell on any of those emotions. I allow myself to feel them and then I move forward. And I still choose to think positively. I still choose the positive emotions over the negative emotions. That's the idea, is because I'm aware and I know I have a choice, I make the right choices. In spite of those negative thoughts, in spite of the doubts, the insecurities, the fears, I still choose to be positive. That's what being positive is like. On top of that, I surround myself with positive, loving, kind people. And I think that's one of the most important things that you have to do for yourself, is you surround yourselves with the right kind of people that are positive, people that are loving, people that are kind, people that respect you, people that appreciate you, people that acknowledge you. Those kinds of people make a big difference, and that's a good support group to have. And I am grateful for the last 2 years, for all the love and kindness that I've seen all around me, and for the people that I have met. And for those people that are watching that know me, you know who you are, and I thank you for who you are. And lastly, and this is probably the most important of all of this, is self-love. You have to love yourself. You have to practice self-love. You have to value yourself. You have to give yourself that kind of value and take out all the negative self-talk. When you love yourself, you don't talk negative about yourself. When you love yourself, you give yourself the right amount of care and the right amount of positive attitude to be able to give yourself a fighting chance. Self-love is asking yourself, if I love myself, what will I give myself? So because of the right amount of self-love, I say, because I love myself, I will work out and take care of my body, my physical health. Because I love myself, I will feed myself with the right thoughts and emotions. Because I love myself, I will grow and learn every day. Because I love myself, I will nurture my mind and my body. Because I love myself, I will not allow anyone to treat me badly, to be rude to me, to disrespect me. I will not allow toxic people in my life. I will not allow negative, hateful people in my life. That's what loving yourself means. And that's what I did. So everything starts with self love. And with self love, you can create the right lifestyle, a positive mind, a positive body that can help you live a longer, happier, fuller life. I hope this video has maybe touched somebody who's going through depression, maybe somebody with adrenal fatigue, or maybe somebody with high cortisol levels and think that it's a death sentence and there's nothing they can do to change their life and they have to be on medication forever. You don't have to. You can fight this. I have fought this. I am fighting it every day. And every day I make that choice to have a positive, healthy mindset and a positive, healthy lifestyle. And I know you can too. And if you're watching this and you need help, feel free to send me a private message. I'd be more than happy to help you. There are actual steps you can take to be able to improve your mindset and your lifestyle so that you can get off the medication. There are a lot of ways we can do this, and I can help you with that. If you'd like me to, just hit me with a private message and let's talk privately and let me show you how we can do it. And for everyone else out there that's battling depression or battling stress or chronic stress or stressful situations or moments, I want you to know that yes, you can get through it. Stay positive and stay healthy.